Hi guys, so today's video is going to be a classic Q&A, and I've just realised that I'm wearing the exact same lipstick that I'm going to be wearing in the video that I just filmed for Monday. So I'm just going to put something over the top of this because the colour, if you're interested, is the Beauty Bakery liquid lipstick in Ginger Snap. These are so hard to get off, so I'm just going to go over it with a bit of the Freedom Pro Melt lip gloss in D-Ream. And if you're thinking, oh my god, Soph, you never wear lip gloss, these lip glosses are kind of like lipsticks. It's more of like a creamy lipstick than an actual gloss. And this colour is everything. Okay, so that actually worked really well. I'm obsessed with this lipstick combination. Oh my god, it's so pretty. I bet I'm gonna get lipstick on my teeth. I'm so sorry in advance. I also feel like this is the first video in ages that I'm not wearing fake eyelashes. It's so weird. I haven't done a Q&A in the longest time, and I've got so many new subscribers since I did my last one, so I thought it might be quite interesting. I asked for questions on Twitter like this morning, and a lot of the questions came up that I have actually answered in previous Q&As. So if I didn't answer your question in this, it's probably because it's already been answered and it will be in like one of my previous Q&A videos. So maybe just check back at those. So the first question comes from, oh my god, I cannot read this name. Literally, why do people have such complicated Twitter names? Thinky X U Venom H Dizzle says, what's your second favourite type of dog? Behind pugs, of course. So if you didn't know, my favourite type of dog is a pug, and my second favourite type of dogs are actually huskies. I love huskies so much. I love that they look like wolves because I really love wolves. And yeah, I think they're the most beautiful dogs. Cat Vampalot says, best advice for someone who would like to start a makeup/beauty YouTube channel. PS, you know I love you. Yes, I do. Thank you so much for all of your support. So many of the people that tweet me all the time, by the way, you guys are so nice to me on Twitter. We always are having like the best conversations, and I try and speak to as many people as I can on Twitter, and it's just, oh, I love Twitter so much. So in terms of advice, I would say to just go for it. Like, if you want to start a channel, just do it now. You don't need super fancy equipment to start up. You could literally film like using your phone camera. I think that would be fine because phone cameras are such good quality nowadays anyway. Like, so if you just get your phone and like film with this camera here, I think that would be absolutely fine. And also, don't feel that you have to do the exact same type of videos as everyone else. Don't feel that you need to have the exact same beauty products as anyone else if you want to start a makeup channel. Like, obviously so many people have like high-end makeup products or whatever, but speaking from personal experience, I've got on just fine using loads of drugstore products. You do not need high-end products in order to have like a beauty channel. And also in terms of just like starting your channel, just make videos that you really enjoy making and don't feel like pressured by other people to make a certain type of video. Georgia Haworth 6, by the way, I'm really bad at pronouncing people's names, so I'm so sorry if I pronounce your name wrong, says, have you ever regretted anything as a YouTuber? The only thing I regret is not starting my channel sooner. Jade Emma _ says, what/who got you into makeup? Honestly, the person that probably got me into makeup most is Tanya Burr. Oh, and also another YouTuber called The Makeup Chair. I used to watch both of their videos so much, and I got so many tips from them, and I just started doing my makeup because I was inspired by them. Emily, whose Twitter name is TBH Jasper with 2 R's, says, how did you choose the design of the tattoo you got? Love you. Love you too, girl. And I just want to say that if you don't know, I did actually get a tattoo. I got it yesterday. And maybe I should show you guys. A lot of people actually asked in the questions, like, can we see the tattoo? So I'm just going to show you. So, I don't know if it's in focus actually, and I'm trying not to flash you guys. There's the tattoo. As you can see, it's on my ribs. Sorry if it was a little bit shiny, it's got like some lotion stuff on it because I have to keep it moisturised. But in terms of the design, I had a lot of people asking me yesterday actually when I just got it, what it kind of means and how I came up with the design. So as you can see, it was 4 little elephants. Each of the elephants actually represents my family members. So they're like 4 different sizes. Obviously, like the biggest one is my dad, and then the next one along is a little baby elephant, which is my brother, and then the smaller elephant behind it is supposed to be me, and then the one behind me is a bigger one, and that's supposed to be my mum. So it's representing my kind of main family members. And the reason that I went for elephants is because elephants have always been my favourite animals ever since I was like a little girl. My first ever toy as a child was like a little pink elephant toy, and that was my favourite toy. She was called Ellie. Original, I know. I think the fact that my first ever toy was an elephant, I really connected with elephants. Okay, no, that sounds ridiculous. I don't have an emotional connection to elephants, but like they've just always been my favourite animal. And yeah, in terms of picking the design, I'd seen quite a few other like elephant tattoos and I knew that I wanted them in like a row. I didn't just want to go on Google and take someone else's design and put it on my body, because I know that a lot of people do that, and I mean, you know, everyone's opinion is their own, but I personally just didn't want to have someone's exact tattoo on me. So what I actually did is I got a load of photos of elephants off the internet, like actual photos of elephant families, and then I went onto Adobe Illustrator and I actually drew out loads of different elephants from the different pictures. So I had like a page where I had like 10 or 15 different elephants, and then I basically just played around with the different sizes, putting different ones next to each other until I came up with a combination that I liked. So yeah, I actually drew out the design myself, which I was really happy with. That's something that I really wanted to do for my first tattoo, because I've always been into art and drawing and stuff, and yeah, that's basically how I come up with the design. I hope that explains it. So Sweetie Zoe Bo says, what's the dark side of YouTube? So one thing that I didn't realise about YouTube until relatively recently, until I started going to events and stuff, is that there's so many people that are different to how they are online, and like different in a bad way. I'm not gonna like mention any names or anything, but like, I don't know, since I started to going to events, like, I don't know, I guess maybe like a year ago, I've come across quite a few people, and like I've met up with people in real life, and they just haven't been the same as they are over social media. Like, I don't know, it's really weird. It's kind of like sad, because I feel like there's quite a lot of people that put themselves out there online as being a certain type of way, and then when I've met them in real life, I've been like, oh my god, like, I don't know, just some of the things they say just kind of shocked me a bit. I don't know, I'm just gonna leave that one there. Yeah, everyone is not exactly how they are on camera. I probably come across a lot more confident on camera, but I try to be, you know, similar to how I am on camera in real life. Universal Suggs says, have you ever thought about publishing a book? Not really. The only type of book I think that I've ever thought about publishing is maybe writing a book about my experiences with growing up and dealing with my anxiety, and like how I've kind of learnt to deal with it and kind of overcome it, because I feel like I have quite a lot of experience in that, so I feel like that's something that I could maybe write some kind of self-help book on, but it wouldn't be like a massive thick book. It would probably just be like a book of like tips and experiences, but I don't know, I probably won't bring out a book because, well, I don't know, you never know, never say never. Who knows what the future might hold. Hardy Tinney says, would you get any more tattoos? Love you. Love you too. And yes, definitely, I really want to get more tattoos. Before I got my first tattoo, I've got like 10 different ideas that I want to get. I'll probably get at least another 3, I want to say. So watch this space. Jaspoli_sug or Chloe says, how did you tell your family you wanted to do YouTube, and how did they react? As I've started YouTube but can't find time to film videos because I haven't told my parents. So for me, when I started my channel, I think I was 8, just turned 18 I think. And what I actually did is because obviously it was a little bit easier because I'd been posting pictures of my nails on my Instagram before, and I'd been doing that for about a year, so my parents already knew that I had like a social media kind of profile. But in terms of videos, I just said to them like, I'd quite like to post some tutorials on YouTube. Originally I was going to do nail tutorials, and so on my birthday list I actually put my 2 softbox lights, and I asked for those for my birthday. And I think at first my parents found it really weird and they didn't really understand it, but they definitely understand it a lot more now. So I don't know, I would just say just talk to your parents and kind of explain about it, and if they don't understand YouTube, just show them one of Zoella's videos, or just show them an article about YouTube and how it's like super popular, and hopefully they will understand. Megan with 2 N's GX says, how old were you when you first got into a relationship? I think I was 14 when I had my first boyfriend. Abby E. Gillett says, would you ever consider making your own makeup in the future? Yes, I would absolutely love to. That is such a massive dream of mine. What to cool _ says, if you could live anywhere in the world without your anxiety, where would it be? I don't know, maybe New Zealand, because I've said this in so many videos before that I really, really want to go to New Zealand, but I have such a huge fear of flying that I don't think I would ever get there. But I don't know, I'd probably just stay in the UK, to be honest. I quite like it here. Like, there's no volcanoes or, you know, like natural disasters, and there's no like extreme tropical climates or anything. So I don't know, I quite like living in the UK. XO_EllaX says, are you going to Summer in the City this year? Love you so much. Thank you, Ella, I love you too, and I really want to go to Summer in the City this year. I did actually go last year, and last year I think I had about 60,000 subscribers, which is crazy, oh my god. But yeah, last year I actually bought tickets and went with Emma, and then we met up with a few YouTubey girls. However, this year, a lot of my YouTubey friends have been like officially invited by Summer in the City to go, so they can get into the kind of, I don't know, just like the creator spaces and stuff. And last year I had a bit of an off-putting experience at Summer in the City with like a particular person that like kind of wouldn't leave us alone, and there was like nowhere that I could go to because I didn't have like a, you know, official kind of creator pass, so I couldn't go into like one of the other rooms, and I actually ended up having a panic attack. So I don't know, the thought of going to Summer in the City this year and kind of like buying tickets to go myself, like as much as I would absolutely love to do that, I don't know, I'm just a bit scared because obviously a lot of my friends have been officially invited by Summer in the City, so they have like other places where they can go and kind of like chill a bit, but I wouldn't be able to go with them, so I don't know, I'm kind of worried that I'd end up being by myself and not being allowed into places with them. I don't know, it's kind of like a weird one, and I don't want to sound like as if I'm like, oh, I should be invited to Summer in the City because I'm so famous. Like, that is not what I'm trying to say at all. It's just for kind of like personal kind of safety, not safety, like, but just like in terms of my anxiety. I would much prefer it if I could go as an official creator and then obviously like still wander around and meet you guys, but I would feel a lot better if I could do that in a group with my friends and I could go places with them, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm just really hoping that Summer in the City will invite me, but I'm not so sure about that. But if they don't invite me, then I don't know, I probably still will go. I really hope to go because I loved it last time meeting you guys. It was so cool. Megan_McNeely says, how painful was your first tattoo? It was so much less painful than I thought it was going to be. So many people had told me that the ribs is like a horrendous place to get tattooed, and I think the fact that I've been building it up in my head like, oh my god, it's going to be the worst thing ever, I thought it was going to be so bad that in the end it actually ended up being so much better than I expected. There were certain parts where it kind of hurt quite a bit and it made me kind of go like, ooh. But then there were other parts as well, like more towards the back elephants, where I could barely even feel it. So yeah, it was absolutely fine. If I could describe it, I would say it feels exactly how you would imagine it to feel, like a sharp needle scraping into your skin. And at some points, the more painful parts, some of the lines on like the front elephant, it kind of felt like a tiny little scalpel like cutting into my skin, but then other parts where it was like vibrating loads, I could barely even feel it, so I would say it was absolutely fine. Fangirling with 3Gs_ says, how do you deal with anxiety step by step? I would say the first step is definitely to tell your parents, if you have parents that you feel comfortable talking to about it, or if you just have an adult or like a friend, older friend or something that you feel comfortable mentioning it to, then to tell them. Second step, go to your GP and keep going to your GP until they give you some help. I went back quite a few times. I tried various things, like, what was the first thing I had? Counselling first. They referred me to CAMS, which is like a teenage mental health charity. CAMS said they couldn't help me because like obviously they're dealing with a lot kind of worse people, and so I couldn't get any help from CAMS, and I tried the counselling, and then eventually I got some CBT, and CBT literally changed my life. I've mentioned this on Twitter before, but I would really recommend, if you can, getting some CBT, which if you didn't know is cognitive behavioural therapy, because that helped me the most. But yeah, obviously it's not like an instant cure, but it definitely helped me out a lot. Amelia Wilkie0 says, what colour is your natural hair? So, I don't know if you can see, let me just cover the rest of my hair. This is my roots, and this is my natural hair colour. Around the front, in the summer, it goes a bit more like blonde. It's kind of like a dark blonde, mousy brown kind of colour. Charlotte with 2 E's, Park 2, says how many piercings do you have and which hurt the most? So I've got 3 lobe piercings on each ear, so that's 6. I've got my cartilage pierced up here, so that's 7. I've got my rook pierced, which is 8, and then I've got my belly button pierced. So in total that's 9 piercings. And which hurt the most? Definitely my rook piercing. That was so painful, but it's fine now, which is great. Alice Bloom 36 says, tell us your first kiss story. Love you. I love you too, Alice. And my first kiss story, I think I was, oh my god, I can't even remember. I think I was 14? And it was in a cinema. Hi mum. Ella_Scandling says, what age did you start your period? I think I was 12. I'm pretty sure it was like a week before my 13th birthday or something. And I remember being like, oh my god, I'm so grown up now. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I was 12. Rachel Shields X says, what's your favourite thing about being in your relationship? Love you lots. Love you lots too. And I don't know, the favourite thing about being in a relationship, I think, is just having somebody that's kind of always there for you and always like there to talk to and just like share experiences with. Like whenever I have an exciting piece of news, I'll always like text or like phone Sam and be like, this happened today. And it's just really nice to have somebody there that kind of you can share everything with. Hello Lottie03 says, are there any small/underrated YouTubers that you recommend? I actually wrote a list for this one, so bear with me. So if any of you are looking for like some new YouTubers that you might not have heard of, then I recommend you check out these people. Talia Ma, who is absolutely stunning. Sophie Foster, who's one of my really good YouTube friends, she's so lovely. Jordan Lipscomb, who's also does like the most amazing makeup, she's also stunning. Just Jodes, I'm sure you guys have heard of Just Jodes, she's super lovely. My friend Emma from Emma's Rectangle, I'm sure you guys all know who she is, but she's super talented and she really deserves more subscribers, so go and check her out as well. Also Liv Rook, I absolutely love, I love her videos so much. And Beauty Spectrum, Molly as well, I love her videos too, and I'm sure you guys might have heard of her too. Also Lizzie Loves is absolutely stunning and she's so lovely. Brianna White, I love her, she's an American YouTuber. And the final one is Steph Sanjati, and I think that's how you pronounce her name, I'm really sorry. But yeah, Steph, I love watching her videos because she's actually trans and I've just loved watching her whole like journey, and I think she's so amazing. So yeah, those are YouTubers that I would recommend checking out that you may not have heard of before. Elise Mia 2956 says, what would you rather do? Force your thumbnail off with your teeth or put a nail under your big toe and kick a wall? Really? I would definitely say I would force my thumbnail off with my teeth, because this is really disgusting, but I used to bite my nails, and at some points my nails were so short that it was practically like not there anyway, so I'm pretty sure that would be a lot easier for me to do than, oh, put a nail under your big toe and kick a wall. That sounds like the most painful thing in the world. It actually makes me cringe. Billy Quigg says, how did you and Sam meet and how long ago was it? We actually met when we were 15. And I've actually explained this in the first video that I did with Sam, I think. Jazzy120JE says, have you ever been bullied? In terms of being bullied, when I was about 10, I was never like super badly bullied or anything, thank God. I'm so fortunate and lucky that I wasn't, but there was one boy when I was about like 10 or 11 that used to kind of like pick on me. He would call me fat and like a fat chav, and he would like make fun of my hair and just like, he would just always like call me fat and like a pig and stuff. Julia_N_X says, what is your favourite ever contour for pale skin? I'm struggling to find one. So I've mentioned this quite a lot in videos recently, but the Freedom Contour Pan in 03 that goes into their like magnetic palettes is the best contour shade ever. It's what I'm wearing today. And as you can see, it's not too like muddy or dark or anything, it's just perfect. Louis with 2 eyes WT says, do you find it a bit strange when people come up to you to ask for a picture? Yes, I do find it so strange, but at the same time it is so amazing, and every time it happens it literally makes my day, but I still do find it really strange and I get so nervous, and I like whenever I come away from the moment I think like, oh my god, I really hope they thought I wasn't weird, or like I hope that I came across similar to how I did online, and I always like freak out that people are gonna think that I'm really weird or something, just because I do get quite nervous when people come up to me, because it's a bit like, oh my god. But yeah, I absolutely love it, although it is quite strange. Ronaldo's Purpose says, really personal this, how do you drink your coffee? And I don't actually like tea, but I do like coffee. In terms of how I drink my coffee, my favourite is like iced coffee. I prefer it cold, I don't know why, don't know what's wrong with me, but in terms of coffee I like it really milky and cold. Megs spelt M3GZ555 says, why do you find London so scary? And that's actually a really good question. I mention on Twitter a lot how I get really scared to go up to London and how I hate it and stuff, but I don't know if I've really explained on Twitter. I've definitely explained on my vlog channel quite a lot, and I think I have explained on Twitter as well, but just like briefly, my anxiety started at the age of 7 when it was the London bombings, so that is why I find London so scary. Like, it's really difficult to go to London, but oh my god, I've got so much better. I went to London for the first time ever by myself like a couple of weeks ago, and that's actually another tattoo that I want to get, but I can't think of what to get for that. I want to get like a small tattoo to resemble the fact that I finally went to London by myself, but I just can't think of what to get. Abby A. Kennedy says, how many followers do you have on Snapchat? I don't know, because it doesn't give you like an exact number, but I think about 15,000, because that's like the most number that I've seen people view my story, if that makes sense. Miss Megan Grande says, how old were you when you lost your virginity? I was 16, which is the legal age for the UK. Millie_B1 says, what's the worst experience you've had with a really expensive product? That's actually a really good question, and I would have to say, when I got a pair of GHDs, my GHDs don't fully like close together. Like, the plates, instead of being like this, like parallel, they're slightly like that, so only like the top bits of the GHDs touch. And I actually emailed them about it, and I like sent them pictures, and I said like, are they broken? Like, what's wrong with them? Because I find it difficult to straighten my hair with the GHDs, because if I say I took a chunk of hair like this, it would only straighten like this like outside part of it. So I emailed them, and they said that that's how they make all of their recent models, so I was a bit like, okay then. Craig William 92 says, how have you found the balancing act between uni and YouTube? Very, very difficult. I'm actually thinking of switching my degree to like distance learning, just because at the moment I'm finding it very, very, very difficult to keep up YouTube and university as well, because it's a lot of work and I really don't have that much free time ever. Zoella Fan 33 says, how many ex-boyfriends have you had? I've had 3 boyfriends in total, so that means I've had 2 exes. I had 2 boyfriends when I was like 14, and then after that I got together with Sam, and we've been together ever since. I am a drama llama, which is Sophie, who, oh my god, she is an OG supporter of mine. She's like, oh my god, she's so lovely. It says, do you still do art even though you're not in school anymore? And not really. I used to be really, really into drawing and painting, and I used to do that all the time, but since I've like left school, I just really haven't found the time for it, which is such a shame. I still really like it, but I feel like I've lost a lot of drawing skills just because I haven't done it in about 2 years, so that kind of sucks. So yeah. Oh, and she also said, who are your favourite YouTubers to watch? And again, I've written a list. So in terms of my favourite YouTubers, a lot of you guys will have heard of these people. These were in absolutely no particular order. I literally just wrote them down on my notes as I remembered them. So I watch all of Gabby's videos from Velvet Ghost. Tana Mojo, absolutely love her. I'm pretty sure I've watched like every single one of her videos. Also Fleur de Force, I love watching her videos when I eat my breakfast, which is really weird, but that's the only time I ever watch Fleur, which is strange. Shane Dawson I absolutely love. Kathleen Lights, Nikki Tutorials, Jeffree Star, Jaclyn Hill, Manny MUA, all of those are kind of like makeup-y people. Jess and Gabriel, oh my god, I love Jess and Gabriel's vlogs. They are just the cutest couple ever. Scream Kiwi I also really love. Nikki and Gabby, Dodie from Doddle and Shannon Rose I also really like. So those are all the YouTubers that I probably watch the most. And then the final question I'm going to answer, because I've answered so many, this video is going to be so long, is from Rachel Moore 1X, and she says, what's your favourite type of YouTube video to watch / record and why? So my favourite type of YouTube videos to watch are like haul videos, especially makeup hauls. Like whenever Jaclyn Hill uploads like a big Sephora haul or something, I love that. I also love watching favourites videos, especially like Nikki Tutorials favourites, and just a bunch of people that do really amazing makeup. I love watching their favourites videos just to get like new ideas on what's good. What other videos do I like? I really like watching like first impressions videos where people use a bunch of new products, and I also love watching like full face drugstore makeup tutorials just because I love testing like new drugstore makeup. So yeah, and in terms of my favourite videos to film, I really love filming the testing videos because I love trying new products, and also like along with that I love doing the kind of first impressions videos and stuff. I also really love filming hauls as well, and yeah, those are probably my favourite videos to film. So I think that is it for this Q&A. I'm sorry that it's been so long, but I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Again, I'm really sorry if I didn't answer your question, but I'll try and do some more Q&As because I really enjoy answering these questions for you guys, because I feel like, you know, you get to know me a little bit better. I hope you guys are all having a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!